Why I became a botanist. But
What's up guys, this is Shambles11 and welcome to Eventide 3, the latest hidden object puzzle solving mystery game from the good folks at Artifex Mundi, and indeed thank you to Natalia and Simon from Artifex Mundi for allowing me to bring you this game today. Okay, so this is the 2938th release by Artifex Mundi. I can't even, 16th maybe? They're all reviewed on my channel, so check them out if you like this kind of game. And this is the third and final instalment of this Slavish tale, one that's very much steeped in the magical, the fantasy world, which is nice because it gives it, although all of them are based in a fantasy world, this one is more magical and mystical and just gives it a slightly different feel. Now, you really don't need to have played the other two games. In all honesty, I can barely remember the stories of the other two in relation to this one. So you can play this without having played the others, don't worry about that. I have found, in comparison to other recent Artifex Mundi games, that this one is back to being more puzzle based. Now that's going to sound weird, what do I mean by that? The other ones had really ramped up the storytelling sides of things. The cutscenes, the voice acting, the plot lines were much more involved, much bigger, and it made for a more cinematic kind of experience, more of an entertainment thing. But maybe it's slightly taken away from some of the puzzle aspects. This one is very, very heavy on the puzzles, and that is by no means a bad thing. There's plenty of new puzzles in here, things we haven't seen or been asked to do before, plenty of ones that you will recognise, and indeed if you've played or seen any of my other reviews of the Artifex Mundi games, you're going to recognise a few of these puzzles during this review. And it's nice to kind of, you know, understand how they work, so I managed to get through quite a few of them. I didn't find the puzzles too challenging. There was a few couple of times where I was a bit hesitant on where I had to go, but it's not too much going forward, going back. In fact, there's quite a lot of sections where you can't go back any further, so that's not too much of an issue in this game. They are fairly straightforward, the puzzles. As always, if you do get stuck, there are hints available. And again, although this is new to Xbox One and PS4, it's been out for a while on Steam, so there are undoubtedly full guides available online if you really are stuck or are a power player or just after those achievements and trophies. Speaking of which, I got 850G on my first playthrough, which took me probably 4 hours. I always play through on casual, then I play it through on expert, just so I know what I'm doing, so I can rush through expert a little bit easier. There are two types of collectibles we have to find. I found all but one without any guides at all, so I'm sure if you spent a little bit more time paying attention rather than clicking all the buttons furiously like me, you would have found that last missing one. So really no reason why, if you're an achievement hunter, you can't be grabbing all of these in one playthrough in probably 3 hours with a guide. So there's always that incentive if that's the kind of thing you're after. As for the plot, well, it certainly is different. Like I said before, it's much more mystical. You have to have a more open mind. It's not based on realistic things at all. But that's quite cool because it really gives the artists a lot to play with. And I have to say, the graphics guys do a fantastic job. All the artwork on this is absolutely gorgeous. The settings are very different, very varied. Unfortunately, you're not going to see too many of them because I don't want to put in too many spoilers and too many solutions. I have to say, for me personally, I found the voice acting on this one a little bit weak. We're kind of back to the old days of it being a bit overly American and a bit, I don't know, just didn't flow as well as some of the more recent. Like I said, this one isn't so much about plot and storyline, although it is there and you know you can follow it, there's plenty to find out. It is more about the puzzles, this one. So you will have the odd cutscenes, but they're just quick little things like this, nothing too major, nothing that's going to get you that bogged down. As always, the game works absolutely perfectly. I've had no glitches, no problems. All the achievements popped when they should have, which was nice. Occasionally you get the odd Artifex Mundi one where they don't unlock for a little bit but will unlock the next day, but all of these popped. as and when they should, and they flow quite nicely, which was always good. The game loads and saves at auto checkpoints, so if you do have to turn off, there's no problems with that. So really, I can't find much to fault with it other than the not exactly great voice acting, but you're not going to be buying this game for this. The puzzles are spot on, they're nice and varied, and certainly enough to keep you entertained and occupied for a good weekend at least. You have to remember, I blitz through these as quick as I possibly can, but if you want to take your time and enjoy it more, I would certainly recommend not going for the option of asking Mr. Google for some advice and just working it out yourself, because there is a real sense of achievement when you get it all right. Now, I do have a couple of codes for this game to give away on Xbox One. If you are interested and would like a free copy of the game, you're going to have to check me out on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @shambles11. They will be going fairly quick. If you're watching this video and you're past the first 2 weekends since release, then you are too late, my friends. But check me out on Twitter, I'll have the details up there. And guys, it will be a case of I'm picking the winner, that's it. No arguments, no messing. If you don't like it, tough. But I hope this review has helped. I hope you enjoy the game. If you check it out, please let me know what you think. Thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Shambles11. See you next time.
You humans are all the same. Gullible and stupid.